Welcome to our Monday night training. Thank you, Star Catchers, for being on. It is Veterans Day. So first of all, before we get started, can we just thank God for all of our veterans? Can we thank you for the men and the women who have stepped up and said, pick me, and have signed their life over to say, as a country, my country is that important. So I just want to shout out all of our veterans. And I also just want to shout out our veterans' families, because when the veteran is in, the family is definitely a part of it as well. So thank you to all of our veterans for making our country free and making it what it is. If you have a veteran in your family, think of it. So thank you for being it. I'm one of those people that truly believe Veterans Day should be more than a single day, but I am thankful at least we have a day to shout out all that they do for us as well. Okay, we're going to start with a word of prayer, and then we're going to kick off some of this awesome November stuff that is going on. Dear gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for creating us. We thank you for making us your creation. We thank you that you have called us into a business to help call us to a higher level. Help us to open our minds tonight to feel the blessings of being in community together, but also what it is that you are calling each of us to be as we do what we do, and how can we bless others through that. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. So thank you all for that. So what has been going well in your universe for Mary Kay? So we're going to do a little crow time here. So what has been going well for you in your Mary Kay world? Don't all talk at once. You guys still liking the product? Did anybody get to order the new product yet?
I did.
Yes. Anybody? So, okay. So ordering the new product, I'm assuming you ordered the wrinkle relaxant. And what else did you order?
The eyeliner.
Eyeliners.
The darker purple one.
The purple one. Mm-hmm. So just to let you know, when we were doing the live with Julia last night, we realized that the 3 eyeliners are the 3 secondary colors. So they're purple.
I need to call you back. What's up?
Or, so it's like, isn't that kind of cool that we now have secondary eyeliner colors?
Oh,
so,
good.
Yeah. So we have that.
I'm on a Zoom. Let me call you back.
The hand lotion, the lilac. So it's a citrus lilac hand lotion. We were sampling it this weekend. I had a couple vendor events, and it by far became the most sampled hand lotion I had. And people were surprised by it because they first hear lilac. How many of you, being honest, how many know what has smelled a real lilac before?
Mm-hmm.
There's a few. It is mostly grown up north. At least that's every place I've ever seen it is up north. So up in that cooler climate. So there's a lot of people that don't even know what a lilac is. But it's like, yes, it takes me home, sweet home. So that's my country road one. But people that are testing it have been very pleasantly surprised. So please don't freak yourself out that you don't know what a lilac is about trying it, because that I didn't realize it, but it actually has a grapefruit undertone to it as well. So it has that very bright citrus smell. So didn't know that. Learned something new about that. Okay. Anything else that's going well for your business? Amy, if you don't come off that unmuted and don't confess to what you did this weekend, I'm just going to call you out.
Can y'all hear me? Because I'm using my phone and it's
Yep.
crazy.
Yep.
Okay, so Mary asked me on Friday night to do the vendor event at my daughter's school, and it went. I was very scared, and but she helped me pull it together. I went and watched her in the morning, and I got 10 numbers, and I knew people at that school because I worked there before, and they were very surprised and excited that I sold Mary Kay. And so I have 2 orders and 10 numbers.
And why she was getting called on Friday night for this. Because you guys see, I do lots of vendor events. I actually had the organizer reach out to me and go, we had people cancel. And and it was like, okay. She goes, no, we lost our Mary Kay person. Can you possibly get a cover? And it's like, well, I'm already at an event. So it's like frantically trying to call somebody, you know, and then Amy, even though she did all that and she's recovering from being sick. Okay. Can I just say, not a contagious sick, but not feeling her best. And yet she stepped up and did this. So Amy, way to go. Serenity isn't on right now, but she set up and did one up in Keller this weekend. And she did a mother-daughter party to this Saturday night. And they had between 16 mamas and daughters. So there was 16 people in this house that they were doing. And the party is so far just a little over $800. So not bad for an evening event spending with mothers and daughters and things like that. So way to go, y'all. Yes, order the new product, limited edition on the eyeliners, the lip liners, the hand lotion, and the perfume. The only thing that's coming to Real Line and staying is the wrinkle relaxant. Big thing on the wrinkle relaxant. Wrinkle relaxant is designed for your eyes and forehead. Think about why we would not want to use the wrinkle relaxant here. Okay? That's why you don't want to use the wrinkle relaxant down here. Because do you really want these muscles to be more relaxed? Everybody shake your head. No, we don't want that. Okay? So this product is literally designed for up in this. So in the world where they actually do, you know, injections and things like that, they will say that they do the relaxants here and the fillers lower, because these muscles you don't actually want to relax. That is why the deep wrinkle filler is still designed for lower face. Does that make sense? So that's why both products are still in the line. You need both products. Okay, so question for you. How many skincare items, and you can put it over in the chat or you can come out off mic, how many skincare items do you use from the time you wash your face until you get moisturizers on? Okay, so nothing post. How many different items do you use on a regular basis or on occasion? What is your, I need some number of different items, please.
14.
14 for Leah. Thank you, my darling.
I think
it's 13. I think it's 13.
13 for Candy. Okay, thank you. Emmett.
18.
18, yep, okay.
Now, it
yep.
just increased by at least 5 since the scheduling.
I know. Isn't that amazing since we did that to you?
Yeah, since we did the
use more and more, yes.
Yep.
Amy, did you come up with a number?
I maybe I'm just at like 6, so maybe I need to discover what y'all are using.
We're talk about that. Yep.
Okay.
Lisa, how many different items from the time you wash your face till you put your moisturizer on?
Moisture, not counting the moisturizer or counting that?
You can count moisturizer, but you can't count anything after moisturizer. So no foundation, no primers.
4.
4, excellent. Okay, so you guys see the gamut. Your fearless leader uses 20. So just to let you know, she uses only 2 things. It All. That is why she is definitely loving her own discount. She does not need anybody else to make sure I can get to that qualifying order, is all I'm going to say. I take care of it all myself. The reason I wanted you to think about how many items you're using is how many believe that your skin is in better shape now that you're using Mary Kay than pre-Mary Kay? How many hands up do I agree that everybody believes that your skin is in better shape now that we're using the product? So one of the things that Mary Kay, this was a training, I'd have to say it was a training, but it was an affirmation. So I was like, yes, I'm doing this right. Okay, so sometimes anybody else besides me once in a while just wants affirming that what you're doing, you're headed down the right course. Is anybody else besides me like that concept? So this morning when we were in director training, some of the top directors were giving us training, calling it the business. Let's see if I can get this open that you guys can see it, what we're calling it. Share screen. Yeah. share. We're calling it the Business Stimulus Plan. Okay. Yes, you guys can see my graphic. Yes. Did I do that correctly? Okay. So it says, how would you like to profit over $43,000 in a year? By selling 8 products. Does anybody, when you read that much, intrigued going, what's up with that? Or does it sound, I mean, it's like, okay, yeah, but it sounds a little too good to be true. Come on, girls, play like your director, that you're skeptical. Besides me, come on, I have to have some skeptics on my team. Okay. Okay. So what this stimulus plan, what it's focused on, it says, is that when you sell 4 sets in a month of these 8 products, and the 8 products are the 5 products of the Time-Wise Repair, the Radiant Facial Peel, the Charcoal Mask, and the new Wrinkle Limiter. Those 8 items. How many of you use some or parts, either all of those items or some of those items? Okay. Most of us have figured out that repair is our friend. Okay. So what it is saying is that if you do the math, that in a month, how many weeks in a month?
4.
4 weeks in a month. You can do this one a week. You can do this all in one fell swoop. But mathematically, if you sell 4 of these sets in a month, plus 10 of the new dynamic wrinkle fillers. It's our brand new product. That's why we did the math with that one. How many of you know people that think that their expression lines need to be at a different intensity? Most of us. Most of us either know people that it's that way, or we know people that are trying to prevent it. Okay. So mathematically, if you sell 4 of the sets, the repair sets plus the Radiant Facial Peel, Charcoal Mask, and 10 of the dynamic wrinkle fillers, and then you have them reorder 3 times a year, mathematically, to see how that happens. So that means, how often do you guys hear me say that the Time-Wise Repair set lasts? It's supposed to last every 4 months. It's supposed to run out every 90 days. So we're even doing this in conservative way. We're saying they're only going to replace their stuff every 3 times a year instead of 4. Okay, so when I'm going through and doing this math, we're even saying they're not running out of it as fast as some of us use it. Doing this math, how many of you, like me, use extra lifting serum? That our lifting serum runs out before other items. Can I get an amen from somebody else besides moi? Okay. Doing this math, we're not even saying that, how many of you, like me, are using some of the boosters? How many of you, like me, also like the Hydrogel eye patches? How many of you, like me, also like vitamin C plus E? Okay, so this is conservative. This is just focusing in on these items, these 8 products. Okay, so why does this work? What I have found is if we laser focus in on skincare, this is where the affirmation came in. This is where it's like, yes, I'm not the only person that believes this works well. When I find I work and I focus in on helping people learn how to take care of their skin, they're using products that we sell every day, twice a day. Does that make sense? So they're touching our products, being reminded in a positive way about what we're doing, and they're using it every day, twice a day. Then if they want to use makeup, we can get that as well. But most of us are bragging about the days that we don't wear makeup. Or we're happy the days we don't have to wear makeup. So we're happy the days they don't use us. No, I'd rather let them be happy that they're using our products every day, twice a day. Does that make sense? Okay. So thinking about what are some of the reasons, I'll come off this share, I'll come back to it. What are some of the things you have heard me say? Why do lots of people need to use TimeWise Repair? Why should they be using the Cadillac version as opposed to just the regular TimeWise? What are some things you've heard me say? What does the repair do compared to the other lines? TimeWise Repair stops the signs of aging or reverses the signs of aging?
It reverses.
Reverses the signs of aging. And what are some ways that we age our skin? Hey, Aim, if you want to turn off your camera, that's okay. We don't exactly. There you go. Just a thought. Okay. What are some things that age our skin?
The sun.
Sun. Excellent. What else?
Computers.
Computers. Excellent. Thank you for listening, Leah. I appreciate that. So maybe I'll stare at your computers.
Environmental stresses.
Environmental stresses. Right. Stress in general.
Stress
Yeah,
in
yeah, that's
lack of sleep.
And pollution. Hello, all of us that live in the Metroplex, we live in the fifth dirtiest air in the US. Aren't we excited about that claim to fame we have? Okay. What we eat, what we drink. Okay. All of that causes our skin to age at a faster pace. I say that all of that doesn't play fair. That is why I encourage many people to be on repair, because they're stressed. They live in traffic. They have a job that is going all the way that they want it to. They probably aren't eating healthy. They're probably not getting enough. They're not getting their 8 hours of sleep. All of that causes our skin to age faster than it needs to. Say nothing about if they're laying out. Say nothing about if they're going to tanning beds. Say nothing about if they're going to environments that are smoky. Say nothing about if they drink alcohol. All of that. So because that doesn't play fair, I believe people need to be on TimeWise Repair, including my 29-year-old daughter. She is on TimeWise Repair, okay? Because she lives in the Metroplex. She has a full-time stressful job. Bless her heart. She eats like her mother. I'm just going to put it out there like that. You know, she's on a computer. Her job is a computer job, okay? All of those things are aging my daughter. So why would I not have her on repair? Does that make sense? Okay. So when it comes to this stimulus plan, what we're trying to do is to have us as beauty consultants focus on every month, could we persuade one person a week or have one party and have 4 people jump onto the skincare idea? Does that make sense? In between there, I'm very excited about what this dynamic wrinkle relaxant is doing, because I love how it makes Mary Kay be elevated in thought to the majority of people. Because what I found is, okay, out there this weekend, hey, this is our brand new dynamic wrinkle relaxant. It's 76% as effective as injectables. And most people's mouths go, what? Because everybody's heard of injectables. I don't usually call out a brand name because Botox is actually just a brand name. It's, you know, so I don't say a brand name. I just say injectables. And it's like, really? And I said, yes, we get 76% of the results without the toxins because we're European clean standard ingredients. How many people know most products sold in the US are not European standard ingredients?
Yeah.
It instantly elevates us. Like, really? Yeah. We've been using European standard ingredients for years because we know it's a way to have skin care. We take the time to get the better ingredients. And then they go, like, what? And if you want to remember, it's over 1,500 banned ingredients that we choose not to use. Isn't that scary to think that other people are? I just want to point that out. Okay, so we have that. So that is part of how we do it. So if you do that, then next month you do the same thing. You sell 4 more of the skincare sets, and 10 more of the dynamic wrinkle fillers. So as you are doing this, let me go back to sharing this. If you do both the math for every month that you're selling this, and we have the joys of reorder. Because I think most of us said we like the lifting serum, and we admit the lifting serum, are we going to buy that lifting serum more than 3 times a year? Can I get an amen from just about everybody on the screen that, I don't know. Yeah, my lifting serum lasts me about every 6 weeks. I don't know what you guys have for a run out rate, but mine's about 6 to 8 weeks. Probably closer to 6, because I like to use it a little lower on my anatomy. I don't know about you, but just for the record, it does also tighten up the skin. So just in case you're not using it lower, it does actually work on the skin as well. So one of the reasons I wanted to show you this business stimulus plan, one, I want you to think about it. Do you think, for those of you who would like to earn some money, or those of you who would like to have extra money to give away to some of your favorite causes, do you think you know 4 people who might like to like their skin better? And if not, how do we meet them, and how do we start making it possible? So this is where I'm going to have to brag or talk a little bit about how Serenity is doing it, because I do it, but then I get you guys all falling in love with the product, and then you guys all join my team. So I kind of do it a little different. I end up coaching you instead of having you as my customers. So she had her party. Remember I said that we had 16 mommies in the room, mommies and daughters in the room, and they had fun, but they only learned about the skincare last night. Well, how many people are curious about supplements? How many people are curious about makeup? And so by showing them this and only this at the party, she has people willing to introduce other people to come and learn some other stuff. Does that make sense? So one of the reasons I just want to also show you this, what's going on. I got to see if I can, I guess I got to stop sharing here. I want you to listen to what this college student is doing with this. Tell me you see. Optimize for video, optimize sound. There you go. Tell me if you see a blonde lady. Do you guys see a blonde lady?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Mhm.
And
Awesome. Thank you so much, Janice. I am so honored to be here tonight, you guys. And I'm so excited to share a little bit about my story, you guys. So, like Janice said, I started, really working with my mom about the age 13 because I fell in love with the community that this company has to offer at a very young age because I grew up in a Mary Kay household. My mom has been doing Mary Kay forever. And so I saw her friendships, I saw the fun she was having, and I wanted that for myself too, but I had to be 18 to join in on the fun. And so she let me be her assistant until I turned 18. And then once I turned 18, the sky was the limits, you guys. And so I love that Mary Kay has so many things to offer for people of all ages. I mean, college kids, people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond, you guys. And so one of my favorite things about my Mary Kay business and being a college student at the same time is the flexibility that this company has to offer. I get to go to class, and I work my class around my Mary Kay schedule, which is so nice that I only go to class 2 times a week on campus. And so it's really nice that I get to have this flexibility to work when I can and go to class when I have to, and be able to have family time and be able to just do so many different things and not having to call into work and call off on work because I have a flexible schedule. I love that about being a college student. I also love the fun money. This is such a great company to make a little extra money. Maybe that's alongside another job, or maybe you want to do this full time, and that's great too. But think about this: a part-time working student who works about 20 hours a week possibly could make $720 for working 20 hours a week, right? I have a friend, her name's Brooke. She works at a little drink shop here in Lubbock, and that's about what she makes for 20 hours a week. Now, I can make that in a great Mary Kay party, sharing our favorite products, sharing why we love this company, which takes about 2 hours. So could you get excited about making that in about 2 hours instead of 20 hours a week, you guys? That is why I said yes to Mary Kay, is because of this amazing compensation, an amazing income that you can make for you and for your family too. And I love that about my Mary Kay business, is the money is amazing too. I also love the friendships. So growing up,
Well, everybody, this evening I have such an amazing speaker for you, and
Well, I don't know what happened.
company is 61 years old. Sometimes people think because we've been around forever.
Okay, well, obviously that didn't work. Okay, I will post that. I don't know what happened to that. Something happened weird that all of a sudden it went away. Are you seeing me or Janice?
You.
Okay, we'll stay with that. I will just post that video. But the big thing that Madison was talking about, and that I will post below this, is the flex. So how many of you believe that a good part-time job is 20 hours a week? 20 hours, $20 an hour. Do you believe that's a good pay? Or do you think that's high, low, good? Somebody help me with math. Do you guys agree that's a good wage, or do I see?
That's good.
That's good. So most jobs, because I want to say right now, I think McDonald's is like at 15. So $20 an hour. So if you're working 20 hours a week, that is $400 a week. Okay. So I want you to do the math when we help people try skincare. So for every repair set you sell, it's $200. You make half, that's $100. So one of the reasons I am helping us think about this, when the economy is doing the yo-yo stuff that it is actually doing right now, people want to help make themselves feel better. This is one of the reasons that Mary Kay chose us to be a skincare company, is because when the economy is unpredictable, either that it's growing really fast or we just don't exactly know what's going on with it, people will take care of themselves because they want to control something. And in the skincare business, as I said, that is one of the reasons why Mary Kay chose skincare, because in a down economy, people are going to take care of themselves instead of buying something really, really expensive. In a high economy, they want to make sure they look good while they're going on all of these really amazing things. So that is one of the reasons that she chose for us to be a skincare company. Okay, so now back to the practicality of how do we try this product. How many of you guys have something fun like that? How many of you guys have a roll-up bag? Okay. My roll-up bag has become fuller. Okay, you guys see how much stuff I have in my roll-up bag? You guys see that it's like pretty stuffed and pretty full? Because what happens is sometimes I don't major in the majors. Anybody else besides Moore? So if I was telling somebody that's just starting out and doesn't have a lot of products, I simply would sample just these 8 products. But I have more than these 8 products. So I have my roll-up bag. I take it with me. And this is what I let people touch and try out of. I let people touch and try product on their hand instead of their face, because their hand is faster than their face. Does that make sense to everybody? And the other thing is, when people are looking at themselves like this, I find that they're more critical of how the product is and is not working than when they're trying to see themselves in a mirror. Does that make sense to everybody? So when we do the product on the back of their hands, that is one thing that I find. Things that I have found that make life easier to let people sample the products. You can get a spray bottle one of 2 ways. How many of you guys have either finishing spray or hand sanitizer? Once that bottle is used, rip the label off, and now you have a spray bottle. Okay, or you can go to your local Dollar Tree, Walmart, Target, wherever, and buy yourself a spray bottle. But I like to have a spray bottle with water. Okay, so then I spray, put the cleanser on. I have been known to use Starbucks napkins. I have been known to use paper towels. I have been known to use whatever I can to actually wipe that product off, because it's based on where I am, what I have. So I'm not carrying a ton of extra stuff. That's why I use the mini spray bottle. Make sense? And then I do the lifting serum. Then I do the day cream. And then I let them try the night cream so that they can feel the difference. I let them feel the applicator of the eye cream, talking about the ZMAC, all of that. If I have, then depending on if, they've all fallen in love, let them see it that way. How I sample the charcoal mask is I just have them put a spot of it on their arm while we're doing the rest of everything else. Does that make sense? Because by the time we're done talking and playing show and tell, the mask is dry and we can wipe it off, and then they can feel the texture difference. Does that make sense to everybody?
Mm-hmm.
What I know is that people buy what they sample, and we're all living proof that when we use the products, our skin goes to a different level. Does that make sense to everybody? So if people want, did you hear the big phrase in there? If you want to, you are a business owner, you don't have to do this with me, okay? But if you want to pick up and see what we can do to add this accountability so that this month you sell 4 sets and 10 of the new dynamic wrinkle fillers. That's what we're going to track. If you want to challenge yourself to do that. One, if we don't do it, is a salvation issue? No. But I will tell you that a track number has a higher probability of happening, because if you sell 4 of these sets this month, that is over $1,000 worth of profit. Who could use an extra $1,000 for Christmas? Or which of your favorite charities could use an extra $1,000 this year for Christmas? So if you want to be in the accountability, that means we're going to ask each other, hey, how are you doing? Have you talked to anybody? Because does everybody also know that just by saying I want to do this and not telling anybody you're doing it, or not telling anybody you have skincare, has any of this product ever flown off your shelf without telling anybody that you were in Mary Kay? I don't know about you, but I've had to have people touch and try product for them to want to buy it from me. So I'm putting that out there. If you want to be, that is not the only thing we're going to be talking about. We're going to be doing other things, keep it going. But for those of you that want the and then some, that would really like to have a couple extra $1,000 before the end of December, that are willing to say, hey, I know that this product has made a difference. I'm willing to ask some people to touch and try. I just want to let you guys know that is part of what I'm doing as a bonus for anybody who wants to. It is working. One of the things that I did is I purposely set a repair set out that I said my goal was to get it sold. And within the day it was sold, because my mind went to the concept of, wait, this is something I have to do. Think about it. Most of us have had jobs that, hey, we will show up tired, we will show up sick, we will show up lots of things for somebody else. This is just a way that we show up for our own business. Questions about this process? No. Is anybody excited about earning some extra money? Anybody? Yes. Okay. Any questions?
No, but it encourages me because it's simple, in a sense, simplifies things,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, you have to sell 4 of these in the month. I'm not asking for a week.
Yeah. I don't have to figure out if they're combination oily, dry or normal, any of those things.
No, and I'm not, and it's a bonus. So let's say, Annette, you meet a mom and she has a young, a 12, 14-year-old. It's bonus sales if you also put the young person on the regular new Mary Kay line.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, they also want CC cream. Oh, wait, that's just bonus money.
All right.
Oh, they want to, Leah, they want our favorite vitamin C plus E. Woohoo! We just made some bonus money. And they're using a booster. It's bonus money. Everything outside of that, we're not gonna say that we have the other stuff, but we're just laser focusing on these 8 products. This is what we're concentrating on. So, hey, you only need to, some of you that are new and may not know the ingredients, you may not know what the order of application is. We've narrowed it down to focus on these 8. So, like I said, if you want to be a part of that, please let me know to be a part of that. A couple things coming up that I want to remind you of. If you did PCP or you were a star, the world is open. You could start ordering. It is there. It is for you. Everybody else can order as of Friday, and the website goes live as of Saturday. PCP mailings, as far as we know, have started to go. So that mailing is starting to happen. So I would start, if you did not mail one to yourself, this is the week I'd start randomly asking customers, did you get your book? Did you get your book? Because this is the week that we should be finding that those books should be starting to come out to be a part of it. New Year's kickoff. I know. Can you believe in 50 days? Less than 50 days, we are in 2025. I just want to totally freak you out, just in case you didn't know that. 44 days until Christmas. New Year's kickoff is in Denton. It is on Saturday, January 4th. This is Julia and Alexandria from corporate are our 2 hosts, but this is for people not only in the Jewel National area, but people geographically close to Denton. There is only 180 seats. So my comment is, if you would like to come and learn and be around very positive people, registration does also include lunch in your price. I would get registered sooner than later. My comment that I always tell people, it is easier to register and find a sub if something happens in your universe than being the one sitting on the sub list praying that somebody else gets sick. So I would highly get yourself registered for that as well. Star Quarter ends December 15th. Our tour for our stars, we do a virtual tour with other people in the national area. Our tour I believe we're going to Paris, I believe is where we're going for second quarter. So we get to do a fun, this isn't just like this trip, I was a little hesitant about doing, because like, what's a virtual tour like? I will tell you, the last one I went, when we did it last quarter, you actually almost felt like you were there. You felt like not only you learned stuff, but you could actually, the tour guide did such a great job. It actually felt like you actually were there. So that is one of the bonus gifts you get as well for being a star. Let's see. Those are tomorrow, Wednesday night. We are doing a virtual training with the Trude national area that we are doing some consultant training, and we're giving away Kate Spade and other prizes. So that is Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. If you'd like to be a part of that, that is posted in the Star Catchers area. And of course, on Thursday night, we're sharing the opportunity. One of the reasons I want you to go back and watch Miss Bingham's, Miss Madison's video. Because everything we just talked about, selling 4 skincare sets a month and the dynamic wrinkle filler. I don't know about you, but when I was in college, I needed cash. I was one of those people that worked 3 part-time jobs just trying to balance the budget. The concept that if I would have sold a skincare set and I could have made money like that would have made my study time a lot more available. Because I will tell you, realization was as I was working about a 40-hour job week plus carrying 23 credit hours. Did I have a life?
No.
I did not. Because I was working so hard to get myself in school, and I was taking so many classes to see how quickly I could get out of school so I could try to keep myself out of debt. So a very vicious cycle, but I'm just saying this concept for young adults is a very viable side. So I just wanted you to think about that. Who do you know that is in college or young or just out of college that, you know, some jobs are starting at $20 an hour. We got some other people that unfortunately are working closer to $10 to $15 an hour. And I don't know about you, but I don't know how they're making ends meet. And so wouldn't it be nice if we had a way to help increase their subject, not only how well do they love their own skin, but if we could help the economic factor, I love that as well. If nobody else has any questions, I'm going to turn off the recording before we go into the affirmation part. Anybody have any questions about the business stimulus plan or the new products? Nope. Okay, so we're going to stop recording.